I'm Rebecca Lindquist with English by the Hour, and I'd like to share with you an issue that plagues most non-native speakers. That is, whether your first language is Spanish, or an Indian language, or many other languages of the world, where you have a reputation for talking fast. That is, in the ears of an American speaker. Now, the challenge is that you may not actually be talking too fast. It may simply be the perception of the listener. So the advice to slow down may not be good advice. Let's try that advice. I'm going to take the advice to slow down. So now I'm going to attempt to talk a little bit slower. Notice what's happening. I'm really monitoring everything I say and consciously trying to slow down. That didn't sound very good. My suggestion to you is that that advice isn't very good. What do you want to do instead? The first step is to look at your breathing. Notice I'm breathing and speaking from the diaphragm. Nice long breaths. What if I stop doing that? Most non-native speakers speak in this region, clavicularly or thoracically. If I speak thoracically, it sounds like this. It sounds like I'm talking a little bit faster. And notice that my chest is going up and down a bit because I'm no longer breathing from the diaphragm, and so it sounds like I'm talking too fast. I'm actually delivering at the same pace. I'm merely changing my breath. The second step is to move your mouth, especially in terms of clarity. If I don't move my mouth very much, I just restrict the movement. Notice that my speech is more muffled and harder to understand. Even if I pronounce the words correctly, if I restrict my mouth movement, I'm not as easy to understand. Therefore, people may ask me to slow down so they can understand me better. So 2 prerequisites: breath and exhaling and mouth movement. These are not easy things to do, and you may need a coach to help you change those patterns. The third issue is the most important in terms of how to slow down, and that is the length of the sounds. Most non-native speakers keep the length of the sounds the same. Let me show you what I mean with my rubber band technique, which you've probably seen before in other videos. The idea is that some words are a little bit longer. Not only that, some words are a little bit shorter. They're not all the same length. Now that's the correct way to speak in American English. However, if you give every word equal length, notice that it sounds different. And if I speed that up in order to talk faster, now it sounds like I'm talking too fast. But actually I'm delivering at the same pace. It just sounds different. So let's review. Breath is number 1 prerequisite. Mouth movement is the second prerequisite. The technique is to hold some words a little bit longer. But that's not all. We also need to cluster the words. The words are in groups. They're never alone. And in between each group, we pause. Not for a short time, but for a longer time. I would suggest to you that your utterances always exist in groups. So the idea is that the words aren't in isolation. This would be words in isolation. Each one gets equal length. That's what you don't want to do. You want to group the words and then pause reliably longer. If you do these techniques and follow the prerequisites I mentioned, you will create a tremendous result in your speech that will make your listeners see in their eyes, or more likely in their ears, more importantly in their ears, that you're speaking more slowly. Let's try that one last time together. Breathing and mouth moving. Notice that I can speak rather rapidly. I'm not talking slowly, but it sounds natural, it's easy to understand, and I don't have to slow down. I hope this information has helped you to become a better speaker in American English, and we look forward to seeing you online in our live internet coaching sessions with English by the Hour.